Brought to you by Rush TV.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Turnbuckle. I'm your host Tammy Young, and this is our 7th episode of the weekly wrestling series. Everyone here at The Turnbuckle would like to thank everyone that stuck with us this far as the show proceeds to change to best suit your OCW needs. Thank you. Before we begin the show, I want to inform our viewers of this awesome show I watched called Origami Wrestling yesterday. It was on pay-per-view. Tough crowd. Anyway, on to this week's upcoming events. We are only days away from OCWFED's 18th anniversary pay-per-view, which I for one am super excited to see, with matches such as North American Champion Owen facing Isu, with showings of OCW Women's Champion facing off against OCW General Manager Imp, and OCW Tag Team Champion Sanctum versus Max Storage. And let's not forget OCW CCW Champion Innis Quartz vs Rex, plus many more. The show is scheduled to take place in New York on Saturday, February 25th, 2023. But for those looking to watch the show at home, the event will be available on the Rush TV streaming service. Following OCW's 18th anniversary, we have the return of Ambition, which is set to air on Tuesday, February 28th, 2023. Many fans have been looking forward to the return of Ambition as they eagerly await the Yellow and Black brand's rookie showcase under the control of the new general manager for Ambition, Paul Pugh. Let's see what the OCW legend has in store for us. On this week's injury report, no additions to the injury report this week. Sadly, we have not heard any updates on some of the currently listed members such as Ashley Moore, El Parca, and Hito Gui, but we will inform you of any updates as they are revealed to us. Until that time, let's celebrate. God damn it! This is just in as we have received word that OCW legend Tiberius Dupree has suffered. Are you serious? Fine. Tiberius Dupree is suffering from a lack of maple bars. That's not injury news. Who posted that? You know what, it doesn't matter. That's the end of this week's injury report. Up next, we have a brief review of this week's 18th anniversary go-home show, Turmoil. But before we jump into that, here's the card for next week's Ambition. On to this week's Turmoil review. First, on the docket, we have a good old-fashioned Donnybrook in what many consider to be the segment of the night, as the segment started with James Frazier and Sheldon Tremblay in a local pub somewhere in New York. The two men are greeted by Max Edwards, who after a short exchange of words, introduced Colin Locke to the fray, sparking up an all-out brawl in the pub between the two groups. The four men beat the hell out of each other, leaving the pub in a complete mess. NYPD was unable to arrive on the scene in time before all parties fled the scene. We currently don't have any updates on the OCW Tag Team Champions and members of Sanctum Frazier and Tremblay's conditions following the brawl. Will they be in fit enough condition to fight off the members of Max Storage at Anniversary 18 this week? Only time will tell. Next up, we have a matchup between Chance Williams versus Hanzo Yamashita in a match that left many fans on the edge of their seat. The fans were surprised by Chance Williams, who was last seen taking a loss to Owen on Turmoil from our records about 3 months ago. Although many fans expected Chance to suffer from ring rust due to his lack of appearances on the show. Chance put up one hell of a fight against many of the fans in favor of Hanzo, who refused to go down without a fight. Hanzo at times looked to have the match in the bag, but was unable to pull out the victory as Chance managed to hit the last will and testament, flying knee, picking up the 3 count and getting the win. Many fans viewed this match as a close match of the night, but more on that later. Following the potential match of the night candidate, we have what fans have voted to be the match of the night with Alexander Black versus Gonzalo Munoz. Alexander Black, who has just made his first match debut at this show, went toe-to-toe with Gonzalo Munoz in an amazing show of skill as the new rookie put everything on the line. The two men left the fans begging for more as they put on a somewhat even matchup against each other with back-and-forth fighting. Many fans started to see the light on Black, as he was only a matter of moments away from winning on several accounts. But Munoz was able to snatch up the victory over the new rookie as he hit the San Juan Lameda diving body splash, picking up the victory over Black. With such an amazing match right out of the gate, Black is quickly making a name for himself. Let's see what Black has for the fans down the line. And lastly, for this week's Turmoil review, we have the main event matchup with Joe Deaver and Innes Quartz versus Luis Bishop and Rex in Tag Team Turmoil action. This match was pure chaos, as Deaver and Bishop started this match going head-to-head in the ring, while Quartz and Rex charged toward each other outside of the ring in a stadium-shaking impact. The four men gave everything in this brutal matchup, as Rex and Quartz attempted to end each other's lives before their match at OCW's 18th anniversary this coming week. During the match, it seemed as if Rex and Bishop worked as a more cohesive team, while Quartz and Deaver struggled to get on the same page for most of the fight. This lack of coordination hindered their ability to capitalize on some of the other team's mistakes, leading to Rex and Bishop picking up the victory following a humble beginnings, Future Shock DDT, by Bishop to Deaver. As fans began to think the show was coming to an end, Quartz charged toward Rex once again, leading to the two men getting into a back-and-forth brawl. Joe Deaver, Luis Bishop, and even security attempted to separate these two, but were dismantled with the greatest of ease. As the show rolled to a close, we were left with the imagery of Quartz and Rex trying to murder each other. Will these two be able to make it to the 18th anniversary in one piece? Will Quartz be able to fight off Rex and keep his CCW title out of the hands of scum? We'll have to find out this coming Saturday at the 18th anniversary show. If you would like to see more on this week's Turmoil matches and segments that were not spoken of here, please check out OCWFED.com, where you can watch the entirety of this show, as well as all the matches, stories, and backstage segments from this week, as well as the past Riot and Turmoil shows. As for now, this is the end of this week's Turnbuckle. I have been your host, Tammy Young. This has been the Turnbuckle, and I'll see you next time.